Okay, so let's just start practice 12. And this is actually not practice for the lesson 12, but this is to reconfigure your environment for practice 13. So we're not going to practice in memory the option in rag environment, which was covered in lesson 12. Instead, we will do a few steps to reconfigure our practice environment. So I'm going to open new terminal window as a part of this practice activity. And I will connect to host shuttle 1. And I will set environment variable. And I will stop clusterware from host shuttle 3. Oh, actually, this is starting. And I will just retype dash option. Remember, as a part of an earlier practice activity, we had to stop clusterware on host shuttle 3, host shuttle 4, host shuttle 5. And this practice, I need host shuttle 3. And then I'm going to open second terminal window, and I will make connection SSH-X Oracle at host 01 Oracle. And I'm going to actually drop existing database, and I will recreate database with a multi-tenant architecture. So I will connect to Oracle Home bin directory, and I will start DBCA. Let me check now. Is it in progress? Let me see. Okay, this job is done. So I'm going to actually start DBCA. And then what I'm going to do is I will delete this database. And after I delete database, and I will remove server pool, and I will restart DBCA to create new database. So let me actually delete this database. And I will provide the password Oracle_4U, and then move on to next step. So it will actually delete and drop database. Okay, move to next step, and then click finish. Okay, database configuration assistant will delete Oracle instances and data files for your database. I'm okay. I will click yes. So it's in progress. It's pretty quick because it is a deletion. So I'm going to actually pause this session about a minute, and I will resume after that. Okay, so after waiting for a while, finally, the database was deleted. So now this time I will remove server pool, which we don't need. And then I will double check. So in our environment, there should be only 2 server pools. One is a free server pool, and another one is generic server pool. And then I'm going to start new database with a multi-tenant option. So we're going to choose a create database option. And then we will choose advanced configuration, just like in the practice 3-2. And then we're going to create policy manage the database. The next step is different. In the next step, we will create new server pool, CDB1 pool, and I will make cardinality 3. And I will create multi-tenant database. The global database name is CDB1, and I will use a local undo And also I will create single PDB database in this CDB. CDB is a container database with a multi-tenant architecture. And then I will choose database data file locations. As you can see, since the management ASM disk group has a little more space, by default, the management ASM disk group was just selected. But I want to change it to data to keep consistent. Click OK, and I'm going to move on. And for this practice activity, we don't need a fast recovery area. So I will unselect both options. And we don't need the security options. So go back here. I don't need a faster recovery area. I don't need security options. And memory configuration, just like practice 3-2, I will adjust this around 3000. Okay, that's more than enough. And let's see, we don't need a simple schema for this practice activity, so we can move on. And also, it doesn't need cluster verify utility check. And it doesn't need enterprise manager express. And then we provide same password, Oracle_4U, Oracle_4U. And I will move on to next step. And I will select create database option. And then you will see prerequisite testing. And then finally you will see summary page. Make sure you are creating multi-tenant database, CDB database. And database name is CDB1. And create as a container database must be yes. Okay, now I have a summary page. So make sure you chose create as a container database. And your global database name is CDB1. And finally, I will click finish. And from this point, it will take about 20 minutes to complete the rest of the steps. And also, you will have to wait about 30 seconds to see progress bar. Okay, so finally, so now we have a progress bar. So from here, it takes about 20 minutes. So I will not leave this session. So I will pause for a while, and I will come back to resume. Okay, so after waiting for a while, database was successfully created. I'm in the finish page. So step number 20, and we'll give you an instruction. So I said click close to dismiss DBCA, and then we all done with this practice. So now we are ready for next practice activity. So I'm going to close this DBCA, and I'm going to close all these terminal windows. So from this point, you can do practice 13. And this was a practice 12.